Yo guys, what is good? This is KINGSTON and today we are going to be testing PUBG Battlegrounds on our sweet little cute boy beast GTX 750 Ti. This is the free-to-play release of the game and that's why we're testing it. We're broke as okay. Now the game was tested on 720p NVIDIA optimized settings and here are my specifications. At the end of the video, just like every other video on this channel, you're gonna see how the game performed in terms of FPS, the average, the 1% low and the 0.1% low, and we're also gonna discuss the component usage, the CPU, GPU, VRAM and RAM. Let's get into it. Wow, we've just like landed right now. And there are 13 other people at least with us right here in this freaking area. It's called boot camp. You can hear the gunshots, and the first gun I got is a Kar 98K, which is a sniper rifle. Not very good, though I see the Uzi. So that's good, because when you're like stuck with a sniper in close range, you're like effed, completely effed. Okay, so we have to like load the ammo in. And yeah, I've locked the frames, as you can see on the top left corner. I've locked the frame rate to 60 with the help of MSI. And that is what gives me better performance. And I know most of you guys will get better performance if you guys lock your FPS to 60 instead of leaving them, opened or, unlocked. Because many of you guys, as I've seen in the comments, have weaker CPUs than mine. So yeah, if you have a weaker CPU, locking your FPS is a very good idea. So we looted this house, I don't know what it's called. Okay, we've got no backpack, so basically cannot pick up anything. We got the vest, so that's good. Backpack. Dora the Explorer flashbacks, Gunshots can be heard very freaking clearly close. I saw someone on the rooftop. They just disappeared. They probably knew that I like peeked there and they were like out in the open. We got the backpack, so that's good. Dora's happy now. Oh man, the gunshots in this game, sometimes I cannot even tell like where they're coming from, where the people at. Nice, 69 alive. Okay, trying to like be cautious because I've died so many times while doing this benchmark thingy for 2 hours, and it was a pain basically because I do not do very well in this game for some reason. I don't know, I just am not that good, because probably because I'm like under 10 hours of playtime right now, but still I cannot understand the gunshots and the footsteps. Sometimes I think there's a person there, but they're like not there. Stuff like that. Okay. Sneaky. Let's be sneaky. Okay, so me. Hello. And he's running. Why are you running, mi amigo? Gotcha, brother, gotcha. And somebody else is firing here as well, so we have to be careful. I assume I'm in a cover. Well, I assume at least. A man must assume. Okay, so I knew that there was a gunfight going on there, but I also wanted to loot his box, so I just came back. Got some painkillers and some medkits, I suppose, and getting some ammo, and that's basically it. I got the shoes. I don't like him. Just drop him on the ground if you don't like him. Okay, the search continues, and I missed the level 2 helmet, of course. The noob I am, I do stuff like that. Flash hider. And some energy drink. some energy drink. What? A full canister or can of energy drink. Looks like I'm very freaking slow at looting because I do not know like which ammo goes in what gun and stuff like that, and I have to like look on the screen if the 9mm could be used in the Uzi or Uzi or whatever it's called. So yeah, basic stuff like that. Looking at the FPS, we're at an average of 60, which is very freaking good because we've like locked the FPS at 60 as well, and the 1% figure is very good right now as well, 48. Some good freaking stuff basically. And the 0.1 is at 31 FPS. I have not seen any significant stutter. None basically. And there were people here because there's a death box here. So yeah, of course there were. Just changed my, holographic for the red dot because I do like, the HCOG more than the round sight, which I do not know the name of even. And if you're not an Apex player, I'm sorry for those references. Somebody's shooting. I thought they were shooting at me, but they were not. But the sounds were definitely coming from this direction. And there's a death box right there, on the left. Anybody home? Anybody? Okay, there's a person on the Kaisi jeep lapai. So he got me basically. He was better at aiming and I was like thunderstruck there. So yeah, whatever. Well, here we are. It's the final verdict time. First off, we're going to discuss the usage and then we'll discuss the frames per second. Now, for the usage results, the GPU, that is a sweet boy GTX 750 Ti, got used from 50% to 80%. Of course, the frames per second were locked at 60, so that's why we're not seeing a higher usage. But because the FPS are locked at 60, we're seeing a more consistent experience. So the stutters are way less. Just believe me on that, If you have a weaker CPU, you must do that. And I think most of the people watching this video have a weaker CPU than the Ryzen 3 1300X. Yeah, because GTX 750 Ti is a freaking old card. Quite old actually. But still kicking and still kicking like a boss actually. But the processor is still bottlenecked and many people's processors are bottlenecked. Let me just, move over this because I'm gonna confuse you guys. Then comes the VRAM usage and I saw the top of this thingy at 1900 megabytes. So 1 gigabyte users or 1 gigabyte RAM havers or VRAM havers, that makes no sense grammatically by the way, will not be able to enjoy this game because we're only running this game at like 720p. I don't think you can go below that. So you need at least 2 gigabytes of VRAM. Then comes the CPU usage. It was pretty similar to the GPU usage, hovering anywhere between 50 to 90%. So yeah, basically that. And then last but not the least, there's the freaking RAM usage. And in my last video where I tested, the game with the 1660, I told you guys that if we were not playing the game at 1440p, the RAM usage just might be under 8 gigabytes. But as it turns out, no, it is 9200 megabytes tops. So you need at least 12 gigabytes of RAM in your system, computer memory that is. So 8 GB ain't cutting it, boys. I'm sorry. It's just not cutting it. Okay, and then comes the last but not the least FPS results. The average frame rate we got on 720p NVIDIA optimized 60 FPS cap by MSI Afterburner. That's a mouthful. The average frame rate comes out to be 59 FPS. Awesome freaking result, almost 60. What do you want, huh? This is a good freaking result. The 1% low frame rate comes out to be 45 frames per second. Pretty freaking solid. Again, pretty freaking solid. Coming out of our boy GTX 750 Ti and the, of course, the CPU combo. That is the Ryzen 3 1300X. Then last 0.1% low frame rate is a little underwhelming. 24 frames per second. Not bad at all. And I rarely ever saw these, micro stutters that are represented by this 0.1% low. good freaking game. Excellent even. You can definitely play the game and have a lot of fun while playing this. Of course, you have to like hold your expectations and expect 60 frames per second, and for 60 frames per second I'd say it's a amazing freaking experience.